What's going on, guys? I'm back with another live trade recap video, and today I'm going to show you the trade that I took on CNET, and it was, I think, KBSIF. So I'm going to run the clip real soon, but just to show you what I was looking at. So pretty much CNET gapped up, and it made a nice move from 250 all the way up to 425s, and as you can see, at 425 I seen this double top right here. So I was like, okay, this actually might be a short. So area of support that I was looking to pretty much break to see what level would hold or not was right here as it tested this level and bounced off. So it's a little bit of a consolidation. So I'm going to run the clip and I'm going to talk about what I was looking at right here. Market should open up in about a couple seconds. Oh, all right. So I'm starting to see CNET, and then you're going to see me taking a position shortly because I'm seeing this level pretty much break. I want to see if it's going to hold or not. You see me get short here, trying to anticipate the move lower. The $4 mark was acting as a resistance level, so I'm trying to see if this thing can fade. And right here, it's starting to fade nicely. And you're going to see me actually make a mistake here. This is something that, yeah, I don't know why I did. Maybe I got a little bit scared at this point. I'm thinking, okay, maybe this actually might hold as support. So you're going to see me cover right here. Yeah, I'm going to pretty much cover on the spike up. And honestly, looking back at it, I wish I should have actually added. This was from a 1 minute perspective. Once I see this spike up, you're going to see me pretty much cover. Yeah, covered it right there. Really shouldn't have. Should have used this opportunity to potentially maybe add on this spike higher, and then even look to come back down because 500 shares was a fairly small position for me, especially on this type of stock. Doesn't move too much. And you're actually going to see me get back in here pretty soon once I realize, okay, the mistake that I've made. Alright, you see me get back in there, short another 500 shares, and here's the drop that I was looking for at the open. And then once Cena actually like starts to break and fade, you're gonna see me cover real soon. I think I cover around 368, probably lower. And there, covered at 365. In and out of this trade. Could have done actually much better on this one. But yeah. Happy $117 on the trade. Actually could have been much better trade. And you're gonna see later on in the video that CNET actually does retest this area. And I think I was in I don't know the stock's name, KBSIF, I think. That you're gonna see it up ahead. I'm gonna actually speed up the video right here. Okay, speed it up. Whoops. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna pause this. Okay. So yeah, CNET is gonna be on the top of it. I see KBSF spiking up, and one thing I've noticed about these penny stocks, these wicks are great areas of resistance and support to pretty much base off of. So pretty much this wick was kind of the area I was looking for that area was roughly, I think that high was actually 863, so pretty much around this area. Um, a good entry actually would have been somewhere around here to start a small position, but once it starts to fade, you're going to see me take a position on this trade. So I'll play the clip here. Again, that peak is pretty much what I'm looking at to base off my risk. I was actually hoping that this kind of came back down, 750s, came back up around this area, double topped here, and then start a small position looking for that fade lower. However, as you're gonna see, this thing never really came back up, didn't reclaim $8. Let's speed this up. Yeah, so that line that I'm drawing is pretty much that same exact level for that wick that was on the daily chart. So we're gonna see, okay, this right here is a pretty bearish sign. We come off pretty much $1 from 850s, it came back down. So now I'm looking to get in short on any type of pullback. And what you guys will see me doing is I like to actually get into a position as it retests a specific level or specific area to scale in. So you're going to see me get in here on any type of pop. I'm looking for a pop, being patient, not chasing the price, letting it bounce up and getting in short on pops. I really don't like to take breakdowns or breakouts because you're essentially shorting at support and then buying at resistance for breakouts and breakdowns. So I like to get on the spike higher. And once you see this thing spike and I see 750s kind of holding, I'm going to start in small with 200 shares. So I'm getting that spike up that I'm looking for. Get in with 100 shares. Small, fairly small position. I'm looking to add just in case this wants to actually consolidate for a bit. Short every pop that I get. And the thing is, if it faded, then would have only had 100 shares, but would have been some. This is still a solid mover, even though it's like a $8 stock. So now one thing I want to point out is you can see the level right here, some support. You can see some resistance going on around here. So right now I'm trying to add anytime. As you see, I added 200 shares as it popped back up into this type of level. And one mistake that you're actually going to see me make on this trade is this is actually going to spike up a little bit higher. So hold on, let me just speed up the tape. I'm gonna take this, speed it up to show. All right. So now I've kind of placed a stop over here because I'm thinking, all right, if it gets past this 5-minute candle and breaks $8, then there's a good chance that we're going to retest this high. And I don't really want to be holding shares with an average cost of 751 if it goes back up to around 850s, because I'll be like about $1 per share off. So I was ready to cover, and if it spiked back up and failed at this level again, I would initiate a short position, which will give me a much better risk to reward ratio. So unfortunately here, you're going to see this level is actually going to break. And instead of keeping it above $8 my stop, I kind of made it a little bit tight, which was the mistake pretty much, because I should have let to see if $8 will hold or not, because it is a whole number, a sign of resistance. Yeah. You're going to see volume start to grow, and then yeah, you see me get out there for a $48 loss, which wasn't too bad. It was just a shame, and this was actually going to be a false break. As you can see, $8 held up on the 5-minute chart, and this is why I kind of like to use two different time frames just to get a clearer picture of what's going on. And you're going to see me actually get back in here, another 200 shares for this move lower. So I'm going to speed this up. I'm gonna skip ahead. And once I see this level actually not holding, and you're gonna see this big volume candle drop, that's when I'm gonna get in with another 200 share short, keeping in the same position, not oversizing because I took a loss on the first trade. Speeding it up, put in my 200 shares, and you're gonna see me get short pretty soon. Once I see that the volume kicks in and the selling pressure comes in, I'm looking for a fade and this break right here. This break of support. See me getting short right there, trying to anticipate it. This red candle here, and that's the flush I was looking for. Looking to see once I saw seven, yeah, once I saw sevens break, covered it, took the balance off to be positive on this trade. One thing that I really should need to start doing is being a little bit more patient on these trades because I don't know if it shows at the end of the video, but this thing ended up actually going much lower. Yeah, this was actually a nice place to add instead of cover. Should have kept my 200 shares here, and this is one thing I actually want to start getting used to, is on these breaks, on these flushes that I get, any kind of retest, start to short the pops again, readjust my stop loss. And with the 735 average, if I added more shares, I think this was around 715, 720s, my average would be pretty much, the stop loss would have been a very tight stop, wouldn't have been risking much, and the potential is like this downward candles. And usually these types of stocks, whenever they spike up, they usually come back down and fade for the rest of the day. And as you see here, pretty much the stock's at 661. I ended up covering, I think, 688. And this thing just kept going down. I think it hit a low of like almost $6. So it just goes to show like sometimes being more patient can actually be better. And instead of covering the balance, um, sometimes I should wait and add on a retest. Or if I'm going to cover, at least try to get back in the trade. That's one thing I need to work on because I saw this retest, didn't really want to risk it, didn't want to play it. Um, would have been a very nice winner on the second trade, but it is what it is. And also CNET, if you see this right here, that was a retest on the spike higher, and it ends up fading, and I think it ended up breaking 350. So it just shows you guys sometimes even if you're green on the day, there's always things that you can always do better, especially with trading. And yeah, this is one thing I really need to start working on, is being a little bit more patient, not just covering into the flush, or at least covering a partial of my position into the flush, and then maybe adding on some type of retest. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be doing another video soon, so stay tuned.